Hey guys, Cameron Moss here. Want to take a moment and tell you a little bit more about the fat whoosh effect. My name's Cameron Moss and I prove it every single day. So maybe you are like me and you started out in your keto journey and you couldn't believe the pounds that you lost just in your first week. You were fired up. You're like, holy cow, this is amazing. I've lost 5 pounds and I don't even know how. It was the fastest 5 pounds I've ever lost. And then all of a sudden, everything stops and you're like, I don't know what happened. The scale hasn't moved in 5 or 10 days. Like, what am I doing wrong, right? So you're actually probably not doing anything wrong. Chances are you're just simply seeing a good old case of what we call the fat whoosh effect. So I want to explain to you what that is and give you some insight on how you can move forward and push through that so that you get to experience what is on the other side of that. So here is what you need to know. Our body was designed in a way that our fat cells store fat so that during times of famine, we have a backup plan, right? Our body actually taps into our fat cells, takes that and converts it into energy, which is known as ketones. And that is our survival mechanism. That's how our body was designed to work. But what happens is, in most cases, we've been running off glucose since we were a really, really small child because of the way that we eat today as Americans, the way that we're taught to eat. So what happens is when we now discover this awesome thing known as keto and we switch over, our body isn't quite up to speed with what's going on. So initially we tap in and we lose some of that fat, and then our body's like, oh, wait a minute, I need to hold on to this fat for times of famine. So what happens is it replaces the fat cells with water. So these cells that, the fat starts going away and the cell starts to shrink, but then it fills with water. And now we just have our fat cell, which is carrying water, which is why our scale isn't moving. So what happens is after a number of days, and it's different for everyone, it can be between 2 and 5 days, or even maybe a little bit more. I've even seen it take up to like 10, 12 days. What happens is the body goes, okay, I understand what's going on now. I don't have to hold this water anymore. And the cell collapses. And then guess what? You wake up one day and literally overnight, you're down 1, 2, 5, even 7 pounds. I've literally had someone go down 7 pounds overnight, and it seems impossible. But if we understand the whoosh effect, then we understand that the fat was gone from the cell. It just refilled it with water because that's what our body was taught to do. And then as long as we push through that and continue, keeping it clean and staying away from the carbs and sugar, which is how our body will create more glucose, then our body catches on really fast. The fat cells literally just come together, they collapse, and then we see exactly what we were wanting to see, which is the pounds starting to fall off, the scale starts changing again, your clothes are fitting nice and loose, and you are back on track to a better version of you than ever. So I want to give you a tip around how you can push through this. I want you to take your scale and hide it somewhere. Or matter of fact, have someone else hide it. That way you don't know where it's at. You don't need that thing. That doesn't define your progress. I want you to go put on some tight fitting clothes. I want you to take a couple pictures. If you're a measurer, go ahead and get out your tape measure, measure a little bit. Find a pair of pants and a shirt that are too tight currently. Jeans are the best. Those old jeans you've been holding on to, go ahead and put those on. And then each week, I want you to check in and see, okay, are my clothes fitting better? Let me take pictures and see what I'm seeing as a change, because I promise you the areas that you're not seeing it, which might be on the scale, you're gonna see it in other areas. You're gonna go, wow, my face actually looks thinner. Wow, my arms actually look smaller. Wow, I can actually see that I have a nice glow and I look healthier and I'm feeling awesome. And now I know that this stuff is still working. So I hope that helps. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so that with each time that I bring a video, you will get an alert and be notified, and you can continue to be supported along your keto journey. So I look forward to seeing you more soon. Take care. Bye-bye.